folks, this is the Thrifty Gamer 83 here, just giving you my glad tidings episode. Which means, did you have a Merry Christmas? Are you going to have a Happy New Year? Did you have a Happy Hanukkah? That's right, folks, this is my post-Christmas gaming memories video. Now, I can always remember on Christmas Day being up by about 5 or 6 a.m. to see what my parents had gotten me. And that was always enjoyable. As a matter of fact, it was one of the best things to look forward to as a kid the whole year round. To have something like a Super Nintendo sitting under the tree, or a game like Final Fantasy for the original NES. I just got X-Men Legends 1 and 2 for Christmas, so yeah, I'm going to enjoy the living crap out of these games until either my Xbox dies or I just stop playing games, which will never happen. Anyways, guys, the fondest memories for me of playing games and of Christmas gaming comes from games like Double Dragon 2 or Double Dragon 3 for the Nintendo, the original Nintendo. And to really say it, people gripe about how hard the Double Dragon games were. But back then they were so entertaining that we didn't care about a difficulty scale which was over our heads. We didn't care, really. You needed 2 players for a lot of games just to get into them. And that's what's missing. Nowadays, it's so focused on multiplayer that you don't really have someone sitting next to you playing a game. That's what's missing. I also got myself a Retron 3, which allows me to play my classic games, which I am very heavily enjoying with Final Fantasy 1, might I add, as well as I will be playing Tecmo Super Bowl soon. I'm going to be getting into a lot of my classic games, Aladdin on the Genesis. For me, Christmas was a lot of fun this year, not just seeing the smiles, but seeing the smiles on the kiddos' faces, especially my older brother's son. That was amazing. I needed that. It really got me in the Christmas mood. I can remember so many times and so many hours just poring over games like Street Fighter 2 with my older brother for the Super Nintendo or even for the Genesis. The Genesis sound was amazing for the time of playing Super Street Fighter Tournament Edition. That was just something that was so incredible. You could either walk down to a store and rent a game, or sometimes you had to go out of town. Maybe your parents felt like getting you sodas, so that's what you would do. You would skip on down, your parents would skip on down actually, and rent you a game or get you soda. That was one of the biggest things growing up as a kid. And during Christmas, the gaming memories, oh my god, I can remember so many times playing Double Dragon 2 or Double Dragon 3 with my father and older brother. I can remember when they used to play a little bit of Tecmo Super Bowl tournaments and stuff like that. That's what's missing in the gaming community, is that we want to replace everything and put it on a pedestal of saying, this is multiplayer co-op. You will never see the person who you're playing against. You will never sit side by side with them. But you can do voice communications, and you know it's really, really, really cool. But it doesn't have that familial sense of a family, of an older brother or an older sister sitting down and playing games with you. My older sister used to play the Nintendo version of DuckTales with me and Darkwing Duck. That were, although they were one player, they were very enjoyable games. They were well orchestrated, they had a good sound, a good pitch. They were based off of, I do believe, the Mega Man engine. I don't care, I'm not going to wiki it, I'm not that anal retentive. I just enjoyed those games. I just enjoyed those Christmas memories of having those games and playing them on Christmas or renting them and just playing the crap out of them during the holidays. That's what Christmas gaming is to me, in a sense. It's not something that I look forward to moving forward with, how we're basically just exiling ourselves away from having any true 2-player co-op sitting down. Nowadays, it's based on the multiplayer experience. For me, I love multiplayer, but I also miss that sense that you can sit down and enjoy a game, and you can sit down and have other family members enjoy it with you too. Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 3, those were some of the greatest games, and if you think that the difficulty is too hard, I got news for you. That was what it was like. Games are hard. Games are meant to be hard. They are meant to make you think, either inside of a creative box or outside of your own expressive boxes, so that you really, really, really get to problem solve. It's a concrete realism with some games, and that's why it's so hard for people to get into the classic games. For me right now, as I was playing X-Men, I just remembered, believe it or not, I thought back to days of playing Dragon Warrior with a close family friend. And although this is an action RPG, I remember we would take turns leveling up, trying to get to the Dragon Lord. And so many times I got beaten on his first. I got beaten right after he morphed into a dragon, and he criticaled me. So that meant not only did I get criticaled and have to go all the way back and rebuild half an hour of gaming, it meant that I learned when to heal, how to heal, where to heal, and determining whether or not he would have a critical on me. I finally beat him after about 4 days of trying. Although, of course, the family friend helped out a lot too. And be it a single player or multiplayer game, that's what's missing today for some elements. Anyways, guys, I really enjoyed my Christmas gaming memories. The Super Nintendo with games like Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy II, although it's really Final Fantasy IV. Games like that, which made you think, which made you... Actually, for me, it made me think about which party member I wanted to have in the party. There was no party swapping back then, so once you completed a storied segment, that's how it went. And really, we complain about difficulty in gaming today. We ain't seen nothing yet. Anyways, folks, rant, rave, love, hate, click that subscribe button. You're keeping me on the air. I'm glad I could spin your yarn and entertain you with it. Have a good one.